fucking collide.
You can kill me someone ballin' on my ex. I'm getting money, I ain't responding to your text. I can never let a bitch see me sweat. Fuck a little life, bitch, you know I'm blessed. And I'm still getting money, ain't no changing. When you block me, I take that as entertainment. When I turn up, I know that's gonna make you angry. In my bed, so I'm feeling kinda dangerous. I'm so glad I got my own. Still getting money with the team.
What's going on? My name is T, and I'm the host of the ChoppedByT podcast. And if you're watching this, you're invited to our live show on April 9th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, that's April 9th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you come out. We have free drinks. We have live performances. It's going to be a vibe. Come out. All you have to do is hit the link in our bio on our social media. That's ChoppedByT podcast on IG, ChoppedByT pod on Twitter. Wherever you follow us at, the link will be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Man, listen. Make sure you go get the tickets for the live show. It's going to be a great show, a great time. Masculine versus feminine, guys versus girls. Make sure you come out. The link will be available. And while you're on there, buy some merch. And if you're watching this, man, subscribe. What's wrong with you? Thank you. This is the ChoppedByT podcast. What's up? What's up? This is the ChoppedByT podcast where we get real, raw, authentic conversations. I'm your host, T. And to the very far right of me, we got my brother, my dear brother, the honorable, the incomparable Roscoe. Tell him what's up, Sco.
What up?
And of course, on the ones and twos, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Demo.
What's up? How y'all feeling?
And today, we got a special guest, man. Definitely a friend to the room, frat to the room, a legend in the making, a legend himself, an entrepreneur, a businessman, a father. We got Eric. Tell him what's up, man.
What up, y'all?
How are y'all feeling today? I ask this every weekend. Don't say great. I'm going to ask him to lead us at.
No,
How y'all
man.
feeling?
I feel good, man. I pretty much conquered this week, did everything I was supposed to do. The last 2 weeks before that beat my ass, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't get shit done, didn't work out none, nothing like that.
What she do to you? I'm just asking. You can talk about it. It was
just me, bro. It was me. Just being lazy and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you gonna tell the camera?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling the camera.
Okay. All right. We're gonna start this shit off with lies, I see.
Yes, sir. That's what America was built off of.
You said it was built off lies. Fuck being honest. Talk about domestic violence going on in your home. Verbal abuse.
Hey, man. You can talk about it, bro. It's a safe place,
twice
man.
if I'm getting beat.
You said blink twice.
I heard what she done to you.
Just,
Look, bro,
just snap or something, bro.
This what you
got
did,
you.
bro. I'm just trying to be on social media. She hit me in the head and shit, bro. All right, bro. You sound soft as hell.
Swan diving on my back and shit.
But nah, man. How you feeling though, Eric? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm blessed, man. Happy to be here. You know, talk to my brothers.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
blessing.
man. We definitely glad to have you on. Glad to have you in the room, in the building. We talked a lot off camera. How you feeling, Demo? Light skin?
I mean, yeah, I'm good in my skin, brother. I had some good wins. I had some wins this week. I had some great wins this week.
Talk to me.
Me and Tanisa, we booked our wedding venue. So.
She pregnant.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say pregnant.
Not yet. Still got a couple more years for that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going shooting, no gloves. You don't give a fuck about the residue, the DNA, none of that. Fingerprints. I'm going shooting with no gloves.
No, thank you. But I'm good. I'm
the
good.
wedding, yeah, I got the venue. What else?
What else happened? Therapy going good. You know, getting some demons up off of me. So,
healing.
Yeah, some healing. So yeah,
I respect that, bro.
it's going great. We almost at 650 subscribers on YouTube.
Facts.
Yeah.
By the time this come out, we'll be probably about 7 something. Probably.
Hopefully,
So definitely.
hopefully.
Come out.
Yeah, but that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, none of y'all asked. Fuck y'all, but I'm feeling great.
I mean, you ain't give us a chance.
You see, I'm glad you recognize
Man, you
me.
ain't give us a chance. You know, you just come for the gusto, man.
I didn't even finish my breath. I didn't even finish my breath.
Shoot, do the whole damn, so much shade, man. The whole damn tree.
T, how you feeling? How you feeling, brother? How
Man,
you
I
week
feel
been?
awesome, man. I feel great. I'm a little tired. Hell, I don't know why though. I know why. I haven't been getting much sleep. Hell, my boy woke me out this week. But man, I feel pretty good though. Shit, I think it's just one more week, man, to conquer. That's the way I always see it. I've been high energy lately. I just been in a space of like, not allowing what other people have going on to affect what I'm doing right now.
Blocking out the noise.
Yeah, just blocking out the noise. Because, you know, sometimes you can be in a space of trying to be creative and trying to, like, push and go and figure it out and just throwing this shit at the wall, hoping some of it stick. And, you know, often when you see other people not throwing at the wall like you, or you see other people throwing at that motherfucker more rapid than you, that's a big one right there. You know, comparison begins to be the thief of your joy. And you know, sometimes, and as of late, I've been allowing it to take away my joy, but now I'm just focusing tunnel vision. That's what I'm at.
That's crazy that you say that. Look up the law of detachment. What you just explained is pretty much you detaching from everybody else, like focusing on your now. And that's what I'm big on. I've been doing this thing for like 6-7 months where I focus on now. I don't focus on like future. I don't focus on past. Because if you think about it, your past, like your past thoughts are where you at now, right? And then, you know, I don't necessarily think about my future because it'll stress me out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh, man, I want this. I want X, Y, Z at this time. I'm like, nah, forget that. Let me focus on now. Let me detach from that outcome and focus on now. And then if I'm taking care of my now, my future going to align itself. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I've already won because I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't. Where I come from, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We weren't taught this stuff that I know. You know what I mean? But I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah. And like what you just said, just you detach from everything, bro. And that's really what you got to do. Like I detach from, man, friendships, family, everything. Like everything I'm focusing is now. I'm taking care of now, so I'm good.
I want to get into that one, like detaching from family or even friends, because which one would be harder, friends or family? I think.
I think it'd be family for me.
Family.
Yeah.
Man,
fuck you, Scott.
Bro, I say a little bit of both. I say probably family more so, but you know they always say blood thicker than water, but sometimes that water supports you more than your blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can go either way, but I can say family for this instance because family can sometimes hold you down, hold you back.
Hold you back, yeah, you know and down.
Like, and sometimes you got to detach from them. Like, you know, if you know, like, all right, I'm practicing trying to save money, and you got this family member that always call you, look, man, let me hold this, let me get this. I got you. I'll give it back to you in 2 weeks. All right, cool. If I keep dishing it out, what am I doing? All I'm doing is just disabling you, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not helping myself. I'm not helping myself move forward. So sometimes you gotta have them conversations like, look, I can't do it. No, and detach yourself from it because I know me personally, that shit stressed me out.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna. I'm big on energy, bro. Like, I'm big on, like, like I said, I detach from anything negative, anything that's not positive, anything that's not helping me move forward in my life, bro. You just ain't a part of it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if it's family, friends, whatever, that's just what I do. So.
Yeah. Demo, I know you got a thing of yours. You basically, me, you talk a lot, and I don't know if you want to say on the podcast or whatever. You have a lot of things with attachment and stuff like that as well. Like I think you can really speak to a lot of what Eric said in those regards too.
Yeah, it's just like in a lot of situations, my biggest thing my hardest thing is detaching from family because you know, being raised as and being ingrained in me that kind of had to be the patriarch of the family and different things like that. It's hard to detach from like the women in my family because I'm just like, and I'll be honest and say it, like my mama, like she could just be kind of negative sometimes, and I think that comes from her own daddy issues and problem with men issues. She didn't, you know, have the best relationship with her father growing up, and I still don't know the full story, so I can't speak to it completely. But just like you were saying, just knowing that I can't control what you went through back then. And I'm not going to let that dictate what I got going moving forward because that'll hold me back. Like we just said, that'll hold me back and that'll keep me from getting to where I want to go. So
I don't want you to brush over something that you said too, though, because the people need to understand you were the patriarch of your family.
Yeah.
See, that's an unfair role a lot of the times.
Absolutely.
Us as young black
Yeah.
men have to play in the home.
Yeah.
As young boys,
Yeah.
not even men at the
Yeah.
time. We boys. We have to play that patriarch role in the family. That shit unfair as hell.
Yeah, and that goes to like generational curses.
Yeah.
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 That play all of what we talking about goes back to generational curses. bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but that's the role that we have to play as young black men. I didn't have my dad growing up.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest too, so
So you
a
had
lot
it
of
bad.
you know what I'm saying, a lot of what my mom went through, she took it out on me. If she
Yeah.
was frustrated, I had to figure out, okay, like how can I do this to help my mom? You know, it's generational curses, man.
And you was the, like, and I hate to say it, but you was like the test dummy kind of.
Yeah.
Like, because the first child.
That first experimental child. Yeah.
I feel so bad for Maverick. Like,
You gonna be trying everything on him.
like, nigga, I'm trying to figure this out with you, player. Like, just bear with me. Like,
That's what I'm about to say. Even with, I had both of my parents, that shit still was like, I'm the first one off the porch. I ain't got nobody else to look at.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting all the life lessons head on.
Yep.
All the
Had to learn-
experiments.
had to
All the
learn
experience
the
head
hard
on.
way. You had to learn the hard way. I know I did.
And that's why I say I can afford a lot of grace to my mother because she was she was her mother's only child. So a lot of it was just like, hey, this it. You all we got. So we're gonna have to figure it out with you. But she got a lot of healing to do. I'm just like, I can't be there to save you from that.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna let that affect my growth because now I got a family. Officially have a family that I gotta attend to.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. A lot of, and that's kind of where I had to get to. We actually talked about on the live show. It was just like, even with me, with my mom and my family and everything, it's like, man, like, it's so much going on and so much help I wish I could give to my family, but I gotta focus on Maverick. I gotta stay here. He need me. Like, if I lose too much focus, then I'm fucking him over. He
Gonna need you.
He need me, exactly. And I mean, hell, Eric, you can speak to it as a father as well. Like, shit coming in, fatherhood, this shit sometimes can be crazy, and sometimes you really gotta drown out the noise to hone in and focus on that baby right there, because that thing is helpless and it needs you.
Yeah, bro. Like being a father, a black father.
Yeah.
It's society is always like, you already got this negative persona. It's like, oh, you got this kid you ain't doing nothing for. And I know I didn't have my dad growing up, so it's like I always told myself I was gonna be there for my kids, which I only got one. So let me just say that I got one child, I got a little girl. But man, I told myself, I said, whenever I do have a child, I'm gonna always be there, and I did that. Like with my baby girl now, like I needed her. The crazy thing was like I needed her. Like I'm being something to her that I never had, and I'm learning on the way. Like don't get me wrong. Like it ain't easy because she's a girl. It's different from raising a boy than it is with a girl. Like
more
with girls,
maintenance, probably.
bro. It's maintenance. It's you have to be soft for them. You can't be tough with them. You got to show them like, hey, look, like you can trust me. And it's crazy that I'm saying it because she's 2, but she is very sensitive. So I have to be sensitive for her to say, hey, come here, baby, or come talk to daddy, or give me a hug. Like, what's wrong? Instead of me saying, hey, look, stop crying. What are you crying for? Because that's what I was taught when I was growing up. It was by my mom is, hey, you a man, shut up, stop crying. What you crying for? Instead of me doing that, is, hey, it's okay, you can cry. It's okay to cry.
Express yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Express yourself. And she needs to know that as a woman. And the same thing with a young black. You know what I'm saying? You got a son, so it's okay to tell him, hey, look, you can express yourself. Because us hearing that, oh, don't cry, man, that messes with us when we get older.
Yeah,
we don't know how to express ourselves as a grown man, and people don't. A lot of black men probably ain't gonna. They don't want to like admit to that, but that's the truth, bro. That's why a lot of black men can't date. We can't be in a relationship because of the childhood traumas of what you was taught. So I said I'll never do that to my daughter because I never want her to be angry. I never want her to be this woman. They say, oh, she got bad attitude. Like, no, you can express yourself. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important for male and females, like young kids, to have their dads, man. It's important. I don't care what nobody say. They need their fathers. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level to it. Like, yes, the mom, they do their thing, but I'm a toot my own horn. Like, bro, I'm a great great father.
Yeah.
I made a lot of sacrifices for my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had job opportunities to move to Cali. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I got to stay here with my baby girl. Like, she need me. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of it.
You don't even feel like it's a sacrifice because it's your baby.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? It's, hey, she come first before anything. So that's just how I look at it, man.
Isn't that crazy how people could treat their kids as a burden, like?
Hey, people do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They
Like,
literally
do
laid
it.
down and had them on.
People do it. Oh, man, man, I'm like, bro, that's your child.
that's your
Like,
child. I heard motherfuckers say they babysitting their kid. That's the one to get me. Babysitting.
babysitting, bro, that's your job. That's your duty.
Oh no, you been a parent, my nigga.
Like, you're a
you
parent, bro.
babysitting.
Like, and I got joint custody of my baby, so it's like, I know the week I got her, it's strictly about her. I'm not doing nothing with my business. I'm not doing nothing with like work related, any of that. It's strictly about her that week.
Yeah, I want to touch into that too, that joint custody thing, because a lot of people, hey, listen, a lot of men either don't give a fuck to do that, or shit, they trying to do it but don't know how to do it.
Yeah. So I'll give y'all, I don't really care. I'll give y'all the backstory. So I didn't have joint custody when she was first born. So when, like I told you earlier, me and my daughter's mom had split when she was pregnant. Well, when she had first got pregnant, that's when we had split up or whatever. So long story short, she was born. I'm driving. Her mom had upped and moved back to Kentucky, to Owensboro. It's like 2 hours away from here. And, I had just got on shift right out the academy or whatever. And I'm driving 2 hours from running like 20-some calls the day before. And I fell asleep on the interstate. Bro, I'm like 10 minutes from Owensboro. And end up falling asleep. So I like pull over, take like 30-minute nap, and I call. I'm like, yo, like, I just fell asleep on the interstate. Like, I need you to like start meeting me halfway. And she just was like, no, like, you need to, be a man and come see your child. Like, that's an excuse. I'm like, dang, like, so you rather your child's father, like, be in danger than you just bringing her to see me? Well, I'm not bringing her on the highway. Well, long story short, I ended up, I didn't get to see her like I wanted to, so I filed for joint custody. Part of me was just going to just file for child support. Then, like I said, I reverted back to that. I told myself I'm always be there for her. So I filed. She was pissed.
Pissed. I already know.
Pissed. When I say she hated me.
Because you put yourself on child support?
Because I filed for joint custody. She was like, I don't never want to go through no court stuff, and I told you that, right? So like, the crazy thing is this the killer part though. The killer part is when I filed, she filed for child support in Kentucky.
Okay.
So this is, bro. Look, see, I think ahead. So you know what I'm saying. She came down there, and she let me. You know what I'm saying. She brought my baby down there so I can see her. And I asked. I said, hey, did you put me on child support? She said, yeah, I filed. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I got your ass, cause like I knew I already filed, and I paid extra. I paid an extra $100 for them to serve her that week. I went on a Monday. They served her that Wednesday. So, you know what I'm saying? When she got served them papers, hey, man, I got called everything in the book, bro. Everything in the book. I'm talking about, hey, you weak. Look, it was bad, bro, like really, really bad. But I say this, though, like, I went through that whole court thing. It was very stressful. I hated it, but it was necessary because my daughter needed me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that shit hurt my feelings. Like, when they actually gave me joint custody, my baby was like 6 months. They was like, hey, we're going to let you get her for a week, right? But my baby cried. She screamed when she seen me. That made me, like, when I said it broke me down, bro, I about cried. I ain't going to say I cried heading back down to Nashville, bro, because I felt so bad. I'm like, yo, she don't know me. Yeah. She ain't comfortable with me. You know, kids, it's stranger danger at an early age, bro. She's 6 months. She boo-hoo crying. I'm like, man, dude, I can't deal with this. So I told myself, I was like, whatever you got to go through with this court thing, fight it. I got joint custody, and bro, like, everything been cool. Yeah. Like, and the crazy thing, me and her mama, we super cool. Yeah,
relationship way better.
Bro, way better. Cause she tell me all the time, man, you a great dad. I appreciate you for doing what you did. And that's what it's about. Like, me and her, we co-parent good, and that's it,
just
man.
Didn't see it in that moment.
She didn't see it. I think it was a lot of like, emotions, and this could be me. It could be me making an excuse for her. It was emotions. I think she didn't trust me. A lot of times, women don't trust their kids, trust the dads. Which at the same, like, we're their father. Like, if we had never given you something to say, hey, look, you a bad dad. Like, give us the opportunity. And she never gave it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was never given the opportunity, so I did what I needed to do.
Yeah.
It was the best decision, man. So
They do. They have that like little protective thing. I always said
it's
like
I think it's like nature.
it's in them almost a little
Yeah.
bit. I always said, like I tell people all the time, like especially new fathers, like, you know, if y'all on bad terms, you got to do your due diligence to like prove yourself to her. Like you got to prove like this is who I am. And I think you did it. You just took the initiative of just go ahead and be like, you know, I'm finna do this and you handled your responsibility and shit. Now it's probably like whatever, like,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, we cool. Like, you know, I hate it. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like, I hate that I had to do it. I had to get the folks in our business. But at the same time, my daughter needed the consistency of having her mom and having her dad in her life. Because, like, when my baby see me, she run to me every time.
Yeah.
Like, she's a daddy's girl. Like, she know, oh, I can get whatever out of my dad. And she can.
Yeah.
Like, that's my baby. Like, girls make you soft. I ain't gonna lie to
I
you.
hear that
Girls
all the
make, hey
time.
man, they make you soft, bro. They in a good way though. Like a lot of people be like, man, that shit ain't gonna make me soft. I was one of them. Listen, man, it will change you. It will change your whole perspective on life.
Yeah.
It just will. It will, man.
I'm gonna be soft as hell 'cause my boy already made me soft. If I get a girl,
That's
I'm
a
gonna be
good
soft
thing though.
as
But like,
motherfucker.
we need that, bro. I think all black men need a little girl.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you how to be emotional. It teaches you how to tell them, hey, look, you can express yourself. You can be soft. Like, you don't got to always be this tough dude. You ain't got to always go around being tough. Being tough, what is that proving?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, what is me going around acting like I'm the hardest dude? Like, that proves
Tough
nothing, bro.
guys
You
get
gotta,
killed early.
yeah, man, you got to be soft. And and I'm going to be honest with you. It'll teach you how to treat a woman in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's some real shit right there, for real.
Me and T had that conversation though. It's almost like, and I feel like that's an extreme example, but it's almost like, why do we have to have a child to express vulnerability to other people? And it's almost like I said, me and T were talking, and it's I used to get hit with that label like you emotional or you moody, and I feel like it was a way for people to weaponize me just being expressive or me being able to be honest with another person. It was weaponized. So I'm like, why can't we as black men, why should I feel like, oh, you should have a girl? To your point, like I'm not dismissing what you're saying, but why should I have a child, or why should that be the hyperbole example, rather than me just being able to express myself and you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, that's a good ass point.
Yeah,
and
that
you know,
is a good point.
You know what it be though? Something like, and you gon' all right, we program, right? We in a space where we've been programmed this certain way for so many years. Don't cry, do this, do that, do that, for so many years. It takes something that's just like crazy, like a jolting, like just disrupting type of thing to come in and just fuck up your whole situation, to make you like reconsider everything. And that's what a child does a lot of the times. It'll make you reconsider everything. It'll make you be like you just living your life the normal way, how you've been living for years, and you trained to be this way. Like you said, your past defining your present right now. And then boom, you get this little person in your life and they yelling and they don't know what to do, and you worried about them, and they laying in the bed and you like, are they breathing? Like you coming back and putting your fucking ear to their chest and looking at them. It's like, oh fuck. And it's such a like crazy experience to where it just make you start reconsidering everything, you know. But to your point as well though, Demo, I wish that we could just already learn that.
Yeah.
But also the area point, that's a part of breaking generational curses.
Yeah, I'm finna say that's
It goes,
up to us.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
we
goes
know
right back
now.
to it, yeah.
We know
Like,
now. I used to think I had to be tough because I seen my daddy just tough all the time. The nigga didn't express his feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's how I gotta be when I come in the house every day from work. Like I ain't gotta express myself. That's a weakness. You know?
for sure. It's crazy. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off,
go
bro.
ahead.
But like with the whole generational curse thing, I think is, and this is just how I think. I think like you break it, but it's always gonna come after you. It's always haunting you. Because like I feel like I've broke the generational curse. I went to college, right? I got the career job. I got, you know what I'm saying, investments, rental properties, all this. I got my business. Nobody like within my immediate family did that.
Yeah.
So it's like they see that and they keep tugging. Hey, can I get this? Can you? They see me, oh, I got this, and they think, oh man, he doing. Yeah, I am. I'm doing good, but I busted my butt to get what I got, and that's when I say that generational curse is like it's a blessing, but it's also a curse too, because it still tries to pull. For me, I feel like it's still pulling me in. It goes back to family.
Yeah.
Cause friends is different. Like, oh, I can just not talk to you with your family. It's like, yo, me, they keep jabbing. They keep, man, they say little stuff and do little stuff, and it's like that's why I feel like, bro, like you can get past it, you can break it, but it's always gonna be there, because it's always gonna try to pull you back in, and you gotta be It goes back to another thing. You got to be mentally tough. Only the strong survive, and that's how I think. Like I pride myself on being mentally tough, because I've had to overcome a lot with this whole generational curse thing, dude. It's hard with being a black man, bro. For real, it's tough.
And it's like nobody has anything. Everybody either check the check or just above check the check, and it's like I'm climbing my way out. And motherfuckers see like, oh, he a couple steps, he a little bit past.
Bring him back.
It's like, nah, like I need something. Like, I can't, if I just get borrowed this 200 from him this week or this month or every other month, then I'll be a little bit above water as well. Me and Sco talked about that just yesterday. You know, somebody hit me up and needed some help, and I was like, bro, this is an every week thing for me. Whether it's money, whether it's, can you take me this place? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? It's like, the question that I asked is, to my family and to a lot of people, is like, who the fuck saved me when I needed saving?
Bro.
You know,
who
like
you call in your time?
Who even now and in the past, when I needed saving a lot in the past, as a kid, as a teenager, coming into college, who the fuck saved me when I needed saving? And it's like, nobody. I had to figure it out on my own. And because I had to figure it out on my own, shit, I got stronger from it, and now I'm where I am.
Like the people that always like ask you for stuff and want stuff done, you can't really call on them.
You can't call on them at all.
And it's so frustrating. It's like, why would you pick up the phone to call me if you know I can't call you?
Yeah.
I can't even ask you for $20, bro. So when your pockets get low, you want to ask me for money. You know what I'm saying? That shit's so frustrating. It should make you want to wig out sometimes.
Yeah. And even more so to your point with family and everything like that. Like, the reality is we got these things, which is the phone, you know, for the people listening. Like, we got a phone. And we talked about on one of our first episode, something like that, group economics. The thing about all of this shit is like, if we all got together, we can monetize our following. Everybody has a following these days, no matter if it's 100 or 100,000 or 100 million. Everybody has a following. We can start to monetize our following. All it takes is a couple things: structure, organization within the structure, and implementation of whatever ideas or whatever thing that you want to do, right? That's all we will have to do. I'm a person who can set that up. I can do the structure, the organization, and delegate our responsibilities to people, right? I can do that. All I need y'all to do is start to monetize y'all following, which that may mean reposting or DMing or, you know, touching bases and networking with your following, telling them, hey, go support this, go support that. And just imagine all of us collectively, me, Roscoe, and Demo, all of us collectively got at least 200 to 300 people that we know. Imagine if all 200 to 300 people a piece just posted ChoppedByT every day. How crazy that would be. And even more so, just what I was telling you, or what me and you talked on the phone about, Eric. You know all this information. You got all this shit in regards to investments and all of that. Like, it's easier to just ask you for shit. But imagine if you can provide them with the course and all of that you was telling me about, or any of that.
Yeah. So like when we was talking, I was telling you about like me creating like a course, and it's more so like, I'll say a package, right? So my whole thinking on that was, I paid for courses, and it forced me to lock in because I spent money, like I invested in myself, right? Now I can say, hey, look, here go this information. You know what I'm saying? I can give it to you, but like, will you really take heed to like what I'm telling you? Now, if you pay me for it, you can be like, oh shit, like I paid for it. Like let me get this done. Like, let me actually like see what he's talking about. And that's the same. That was my mindset. I'm like, look, let me go ahead and create something so you have what to invest in, what not to invest in, how to get your first property, how to get your LLC, and everything is in this deal. I know if you pay me for it, you're gonna take it serious because you invested. And I'll be right there with you every step of the way. Like anybody can pick up the phone and call me. You can DM me. I've had people DM me, but when I reach back, nobody takes it serious.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, all right. If y'all ain't gonna take me serious, I'm gonna start charging. Now, if I charge you, now you'll be more than likely like to like actually, let me lock in on this. Cause I spent thousands on courses. My homeboy that actually introduced me to a lot of it, he done spend money on courses, and that's who we going. Me and him is the one that's creating it. Like he put me on to like a lot of stuff. Like I can call him right now. Hey, bro, what I need to do is such XYZ. All right, man. Look, this is what you need to do, and it's there. But he know like I have spent time, money. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, a lot of this shit is on YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of it on YouTube. Yeah.
A lot of the shit that I know is on YouTube, but I didn't want to look at YouTube videos. I didn't care about it because it was just like right there. But when I paid my money, I was locked in. I invested in myself, and now I be going on YouTube. I'm like, damn, I could have just instead of spending my money, I went on there. But I wasn't mentally locked in because it was free. Anything free, that's just like motherfucker put a goddamn it Ferrari key in a Bible. You tell me, hey man, go read that Bible. I'm not gonna read it. I goddamn go look at listen to videos or something. But guess what? You open up that book. You see that damn Ferrari key, you be like, oh man, it was a damn key to a Ferrari, and you missed out on it.
Yeah, you missed out.
So it's just like, dude, I read a lot about all that stuff because I really feel like, bro, like us as black people, we need to be invested, bro. That's what we wasn't taught a lot of this stuff growing up. Like we weren't taught to invest in real estate, invest in stocks. Hell, I learned stocks from YouTube.
Yeah,
I literally spent a week just watching the same video over and over and over. Went and bought this little platform to start trading, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit. Because to somebody, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
Just like to me it was. But you just got to take the time to actually like want to learn, bro. It's like, how do you want to progress? You know what I'm saying? It's like that thing I say, being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable, so I'm always trying to learn something that I wasn't taught.
Yeah.
Stocks, real estate, index funds, all that stuff. LLC. I ain't never think about having no business. You talked to me 10 years ago, I would never said anything about an LLC.
Yeah.
Like,
I want you to give more context to like what you actually do, because you got some investments. Like, so this ain't nothing that you just, I could do this, I could do this. You actively have investments right now, properties. One property or two properties?
So I got one right now. I got one investment property. Got a stupid deal on it. Was super. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was scared. I was scared to make that move because I was like, bro, this foreign to me. But I did it, and it was the best decision I could have made. It's getting renovated right now. Everything that I'm doing is out of pocket, but it's a good investment.
Yeah.
If you think long term, I know it's gonna come. And it go like when I was telling y'all like detaching, like I was getting stressed out at one point because I'm like, bro, like it's always something going on with this place. It's this and that. And then my mentor was just like, look, E, I told you was gonna spend a lot of money on this place because it's your first one. But when you get that second one, you gonna know how the game is. Like I know the game, so I know how to save money. I know how to go get another one now. And it's just I took that leap of faith and got it, bro. And it's been gravy.
Yeah. And what's so cool about it? What's so cool about the shit is that if somebody were to decide to invest in your course or to invest in the knowledge that you already have, was a lot of the shit that you had to go through, the growing pains and all that, they can eliminate that just by being with you.
Exactly. Like you ain't got to go through none of that. The groundwork is done for you. You'll have your mortgage person. You'll have a realtor. You'll have a lender. We'll have all that set up for you. Everything that you need, you'll have it. Like the platforms to put where you need to put your money in. A lot of people don't know. Like I wouldn't advise nobody getting in the stock market right now just because of the war, because it done like tumbled. But invest in like index funds.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, you can take $100 a month or $100 a paycheck, whatever you do, and just invest it in index funds. It needs to be 90% in the stocks, 10% in bonds. You want your money to aggressively grow right now. You want the highest capital gains on your money.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
man.
No.
My bad too.
No, you go ahead.
I know we have these things when you're trying to give people a game and stuff. Do it piss you off when it like just people don't act on the game you give them, or they just not receiving it well because they might not look at you like you a celebrity or whatever the case may be?
Sometimes it can be a little frustrating because like I'm always trying to. I'll be dropping gems sometimes on IG. People don't pay attention though. Like I ain't got that many followers. I got like 1,100 followers or something. Out of them 1,100, 300 will watch my story. Only 10 will reach out. And then when I send it back to them, you know, hey, look, just do this. No response.
No response.
So I'm just like, shit. Hey, look, I got mine. I'm trying to help you get yours, and that's why I said, you know what? I'm gonna make this course. So if people really want it, there it is. There go the information. You ain't got to do nothing. Everything, the stress of everything is off. You know what I'm saying? We taking care of it. Like, we got you. But, you know, people, they going to wait till it's too late. They're going to miss this jet. So
Yeah. It's so fucking crazy to me because you looking into the eyes of these soulless ass fucking people, first of all. I call them soulless people. They don't have no soul about themselves. I think life has taken away everything within them, their soul. You look at these people and they don't, in a sense, they don't try to like validate, or not even validate. They don't try to like understand or feel what you saying. But if you were somebody like Future telling them something, it would be completely different. But the reality is, nigga, you talking about a nigga who will go spend $30,000 on clothes. You think he financially aware and financially savvy? No. He just a nigga with a lot of money that's getting a lot of capital right now. That's all the fuck he is. So you gonna listen to him if he tell you this, but not listen to me, a person who actively in the trenches doing this, who pull myself out of this shit. Like, shit is crazy to me, bro. It blows me, bro.
Yeah, it's mind blowing, man. But that's our generation, bro. You know, social media has messed us up as far as like dating. Just the persona women want to look like these chicks that got everything done to their body. You know, like it really done messed us up, bro. Like young dudes they thinking, oh, shooting somebody is cool. I'm like, bro, it's not. It mentally messes with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just shooting somebody, killing, okay, you're a killer, okay. You really losing, bro. Like, to be in reality, all that thug mentality, all that stuff, man. I laugh at social media because I'm really not on there like that because it's fake, man. It's people glorifying like the good and not showing you like the bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you look on my social media, all you gonna see is probably me and my daughter. That's it. So
I was intentional about that myself. Like, shit, posting my son always. I always post him up. I don't put him up there for like, no, I ain't putting my child up there to show. That's what my little cousin told me one time. I was like, he like, you know, my life private. I'm like, is it though? Is your life private? Because you're a rapper. And I just sit and watch you rap about all this dumbass shit that you done in your life. Some of it true, some of it false. But is your life private, or you just want to sound cool by saying you don't post your child? Like, I'm proud of mine. Yeah, he handsome
you
little.
should show it off.
Man, I'm showing it. I like you. How you gonna show off them new shoes when you get them, or this Lamborghini, or whatever the fuck you gonna buy, or whatever this bullshit you done rented out and struggled to pay for. This Beyonce Lamborghini, he definitely getting that BMW or some shit like that you done struggle for. Nigga, I'm finna do this for my child. Like, I'm gonna post him all over. Yeah. I just think though that you know, us as a people, we gotta understand that it's like, we moved away from the tribal mentality. I think we got to get back to that tribal mentality of understanding that you got chiefs and you got Indians, right? And I think all of us need to understand that every chief started out every chief is an Indian and started out as only an Indian. We need to understand that mentality and learn to follow people. I'm always willing to give game. You sit up on the phone the other day and you was telling me about LLCs and all of that. I waited. I let you finish. And then I told you, yeah, I got an LLC. I've been had it for so-and-so. Because I could have missed out on some information. Maybe you was finna give me some new shit. You know, so I'm always listening. I don't mind hearing some of the shit that I already know again to refresh my memory. Even just for the sake of motivation.
Yeah, it's so much information out there. There's so many ways to make money. You just got to find your way. It's so many ways, bro. But we just, like I said, we weren't taught. I know I wasn't taught it. My mom didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Nothing about it. Like, I'm like, look, Mom, I'm going to buy you a vending machine. That's something that you always going to make money off of. She was like, why you going to buy a vending machine? I'm like, did you not hear what I just said?
Yeah.
You're always going to make money. Well, how am I going to pay for the chips and stuff? I said, look, if I give you this amount, if I stock it for you your first time, the money you get from there, you just put it back in there, and you're gonna make extra. You set your prices. It's so many ways, but people just don't listen, man. Yeah. And another thing, I feel like social media makes us focus only on self and not giving.
Yeah,
we don't give enough. Like I'm always willing to give somebody. You know what I'm saying? If we was like you said, if we all like help each other out, bro, we can really be winning.
Yeah.
That's what white folks been doing.
Hell yeah.
They been putting their race on.
Hell
But we
yeah.
can't do that as like our race. We oh man, forget him. He leveling up. So I need to either get past him or I need to knock him down.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it be. A lot of it be jealousy though.
Yeah. I tell Scott that all the time. We won't stop. The ChoppedByT ain't stopping. Like I see a lot of the shit. It's a lot of motherfuckers who I love dearly, who I done gave money to and done shit for. They ass just jump head fucking first out the window for their ass. They don't repost. They don't acknowledge. They don't do nothing. And that's okay. Cause we not stopping. Ever.
We can't stop.
We're going to continue to be creative. We're going to continue to innovate. We're going to continue to push one another. I'm going to continue to push Demo and Sco every week. I know I hop up in that group message sometimes. They be like, oh, my God, here it is. Here you go again. Like, it's like, but no, though. Don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
I see you niggas getting comfortable with posting on our social medias and shit every day. No, don't get fucking comfortable posting on our shit. Just posting. Do some extra shit, nigga. Yeah. Wow me, nigga. Make me feel like shit. Oh, this nigga on the vibrating at a different level now. He's showing me some new shit this week. Let me keep pushing that and pushing that.
Yeah.
You know, that's honest to God the way I feel.
Y'all killing it, man.
Gotta be a full court press. Gotta,
oh yeah, for sure, bro.
Can't let up, because the moment that complacency set in is like, that's with anything. Like, just think about when you working out and stuff. Like, you take 2-3 days off.
Leveling up. You ain't leveling up, man.
Fuck around, not work out for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Next month. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let that laziness and complacency set in ever.
You know how this shit's so crazy because a lot of people don't get to see the numbers, and I know me and Demo, I said, let's go to. We all three of us, we pay more attention to the numbers. This shit is like it's still an upward trend, but it's like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But it's still an upward trend. And it's crazy. Like we went like damn near 2 weeks just sitting at like X amount of subscribers. And then all of a sudden in 2 days we jump up like 50 subscribers.
50 subscribers.
In 2 days, but we sit 1 week not getting nothing. And then we just jump up to 50. That's how the numbers go. And they always jump. I can remember when we first started, we was 10 subscribers in, and then we didn't get enough for a while. Then we jumped up to 30. And it's like, oh, okay. So we jumped from 20 subscribers, but now we jumping 50s at a time and shit like that. It's just like it keeps growing, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's like we'll hit that dead period where it's like the stock market. Working in search engine optimization and working in marketing now full time. That's what I do now. I tell people now, it's like everything on the internet is like the stock market. You're gonna hit that dead period, you're gonna hit that jump, and we can see that. Like T was saying, we looking at the numbers now. It's like that consistency and the jump, and then we're gonna hit a plateau, and it's frustrating because that's that period where it's like you like, man, I think I want to quit. That's when the negativity and the doubt start coming, because you like, well, I got this little taste of what success could be, and I'm thinking it's gonna be like that all the time, but it's like, nah, you're gonna have them dips, you gonna have them gains, and you're gonna have them losses.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. It's life, man.
Nah, this life for sure.
Sometimes like I'll be looking at the numbers every day, and so I was like, I ain't looking this week.
You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be sad. Yeah.
I'm at it every hour. See what we got going on.
Nah, for real. Every 5 minutes, man. I
just
swear.
want to quit my job.
Man, so bad, bro. I was telling my cousin the other day, I said, this job in the way.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this motherfucker.
Y'all time coming, man. Just stay the course, bro. Take it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking care of everything now. Our future looking bright. You know what I'm saying? So,
I want to go back to what you said about mentorship, because in people, we talk about people not listening and not being able to receive game. I think that's a function of not having a mentor, not having somebody teach you, like you said, like you were saying earlier. So can you expand on that a little bit more, just talking about your mentor, how you built up to that point?
Yeah. So actually, my mentor is he's a firefighter. Right, so I was trying to, get into buying my first investment. So I kept reaching out to people. Some people, oh yeah, man, we can meet up. Never meet up. And I was like, man, I got this last guy. I'm gonna reach out to him. So I reached out to him. I had texted him. I was like, hey, look, name's Eric Fisher, blah blah blah. I'm invested in trying to get into real estate. So we were supposed to meet up one day, and we didn't. He was like, hey, look, I got busy, XYZ. So I was like, man, forget it. Like, I'm just, go back to square one or whatever. So then he reaches back to me. It was like, hey, are you free? So he took me to a house that he was going to sell me at first. And he was like, do you want it? I was like, yeah. So then that didn't work out. Then he ended up showing me another one. And it was like, since then, anytime I have a question, he'll like, oh yeah, like, this is what you do. But one of the things that I had to learn how to do was be quiet. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. I used to talk. Like, he'd be like, listen, like, chill. Like, you don't have to. He's like, just calm down. He said, I know you're excited. He was like, but sometimes you need to listen more than you speak. And I had to realize that a lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us just want to yap, 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 yap.
You the oldest. You was the head of the family.
So it was just like, that's what I was used to.
Yeah,
I'm used to like
right.
being out there talking. Like that's me. But I also had to realize, hey, look, sit back. Like, if you're going to let this man teach you, you got to like be willing to be taught. You have to be coachable. Yeah. Some of us are not. We don't want to be. We think we're too good to like to listen to somebody. Like, we feel like, and I can say this, I was guilty of this. Another man telling me, hey, look, man, like, just calm down, listen. I'm like, what you talking to? Like, that's in our DNA to be that way. But I had to unlearn a lot of things, bro, to be able to have a mentor. And like, this dude is like, I look at him as like an uncle, and this is a white man. Yeah. This ain't nobody black. Because I done reached out to a couple black. See, I know that.
In my mind,
I'm picturing a strong black man. I swear to God, I'm thinking the same thing. He's a black man, glasses. I'm like,
firefighter.
You done knocked us down, white man.
Listen.
Nothing against white people, but you know.
Took the story up and then boom. Blew up, boom, bomb.
Almost wants you to go back and be like, he was a black man.
Right, I need you to fix that. We'll edit it out. We'll edit it out.
All right. Yeah, he was a strong big black man. But hey, look, for real though, man, this is a white man teaching a black man. Like, not all white people are bad.
Hell no.
But I will say this: some black folks are the worst ones too, though. Yeah. But like, he really. I was like, look, man, I'm going to have to use you as my mentor. And he was like, okay, are you willing to listen? That was his first thing he said, because you're not willing to listen and be coachable, I can't help you. He was like, I know, you've told me about you. I understand how you are. But you have to be willing to be coached. And he was like, you have to listen to what I say. And I'm like, in my mind, a man telling me, like, man, you got to be willing. I'm like, man, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. But this man is also a millionaire too. So if he's a millionaire from properties, then I need to listen to him. I need to take his word.
Shut the hell up.
You know what I'm saying? So, he put me on, man. And ever since then, dude, anytime I got a question, I reach out to him. Hey, look, what you think about this? He the one that told me, hey, look, you gonna spend bread on your first one. He told me, he said, you're gonna spend about 15 to 20. I'm at 15 right now. Everything he has told me has been true. And I just listen. I don't say nothing. If I got a question, I ask a question. But he know what he doing. So,
And it's like you said earlier, the groundwork has already been done. So it's easier for you to listen to him. You don't have to make those same mistakes.
Exactly. I don't have to make the same mistakes he did when he started off. Like he told me, you get it? And I'm about to drop some free game. You get you a property, right? A lot of people know about like cash out refinances. Don't do that. You know why? Because you're giving the bank more money. Like, I bought mine $120. It already had $10,000 worth of equity in it. And I know once it gets appraised, it's probably going to appraise for about right at $200 because everything I've done. But don't do cash out refinance. Use a HELOC. It's called a home equity line of credit. Use that HELOC as a credit card on your house. Say if you get a HELOC, $50,000. All right, that's a down payment. That's your closing cost. That's your down payment on your next investment. And then what you do is the money that you're making from your next rental, you just start paying it back. Then you do another HELOC to pay off that original one. And then it's just a chain. Yeah. You just keep doing the same thing. A lot of people don't know that.
They don't know it. Yeah.
That's free game right there. Yeah. But I guarantee you somebody, I'm telling them this, they're not going to listen.
They don't care.
They're going to be like, man, he don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Okay. Watch me work.
Yeah.
So the next one, I'm telling you, the next property I get, I'm recording. I got a dude that's going to come. like I'm gonna tell them, hey, look, this is what I did. This is what I'm doing. This is the process, so they can see like this is no gimmick. Like a lot of motherfuckers think it's a scam.
Yeah.
Ain't no scam, bro. They've been doing this for years.
Hell yeah.
You can do. I just found this out. You can do 10
mortgages.
primary. Yes.
Yeah.
Conventional primary mortgages.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. So you live in one house, right? Mm-hmm. Live in it,
Right.
quote unquote. Stay in there for a year. That following year, you just go and take the money from that one and go put it on another one. Say, hey, I'm gonna live in here for a year. And you just keep doing. You can do that, but that's 10 times.
Yeah.
You do the math. You get 10 properties. I'm gonna do a low. This is a low ball. $1,000 for rent, or you charge them, $2,000. You know how much money you making?
Yeah, it's like 18 a month. Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people don't want to listen to that. Man.
Yeah. Nah, that shit true. That shit true. I even want to go back in regards to just like the mentorship thing. Like, I'm the type of person that I always, and I tell Roscoe this a lot. Like, I always wanted a mentor. I wanted a motherfucker to teach me something like good. That's why when you see people like the Pastor D's and all of them come in, I sit. And shout out to Pastor D too. I sit and I see and I'm attentive to that, especially a black man. Mm-hmm. White man too though, because I was in the military, so shit. I really latched on to a lot of them to get free game too. But a black man, I'm attentive. I'm just like right there looking in his face, like yeah, asking him questions. Like I long for a mentor. That's what I wanted always as a kid. Actually a father. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But more so specifically now as an adult. A mentor, somebody OG, somebody to talk to, and get game from and shit like that. That shit's so important.
That's just the space we in. Just imagine we had a mentor.
Bro, that was 18.
What we would be.
18.
Bro,
I think about that all the time, dude.
Bro, I swear, I'm like, I just want somebody to come in and just tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. Like, I don't care, bro, because you know what you're talking about. I'm tired of, I get so tired of, and I'm like, bro, I'm tired of figuring it out by myself.
Yeah.
I just want somebody to tell me what to do.
Like you said, you tired of figuring it out by yourself. But it's like how I think I enjoyed this journey because it taught me a lot about myself. Mm-hmm. Like we do need help too. Don't get me wrong, because I started it. It was like, okay, I opened the door and I put my foot in. Mm-hmm. But like when I got a mentor, the door opened wide open. Yeah. I mean, but you got to do what you got to do.
You still got to walk. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to walk because he can teach you, but are you going to really put in the work? Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell everybody, anybody that reach out to me, I'm like, look, if you're not going to be serious, don't waste my time. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's none of that. But it's people just, like you said, bro, they don't, you got to be willing to be coachable and receive stuff. And I thank God that that I met that man because he really like changed my whole perspective. The first book he told me to read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite books, bro. Mm-hmm. I literally go back to that book and like make sure, okay, like I'm doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I was never a fan of reading books. I can honestly say that I used to hate reading books. Yeah. Hell, I hate reading in college. Yeah. Man, I used to go to what's the little website you can go Google something, man, for a book or something.
Spark Notes or Monkey Notes, man, or whatever.
Hey, that was my best friend in college. Man, I ain't about to read this. But now, dude, I read books all the time, man. Mm-hmm. That's my thing, man. So.
Yeah, no, and I wanna jump back to something that you said. A lot of people, I don't want the people listening and watching to look over there. You're a firefighter.
Yeah.
And that's major right there.
Yeah.
You know what? So far, how long you been doing the job now?
So with Nashville, I've been on pretty much 3 years. April will be 3 years. I was in Franklin for like a year and a half, so I've been doing it for like 4 years, 4.5 years. So
some of the most dangerous shit you done had to do so far.
Fucking fires.
Fighting fires.
Hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yes and no. Every fire is different.
Yeah.
The hottest fire that I've ever been in was in a storage unit. It was a meth lab, and man, I felt like my neck and my arm was like it was right there on me, but we wasn't even nowhere near. We opened up the freaking nozzle, dude. There ain't no water coming out. That's how hot it was. I was like, oh no, we gotta get up out of here. One fire I specifically remember, I went in and it brought me down to my knees. Yeah. Like as soon as we opened the door, it's called a flashover, where like everything gets super, super hot. Yeah. And like the fire like shoots out. Man, that fire like shot over my head and my ear. Man, I started crawling.
And it pushed. It just the force pushed you
No,
down.
I got down because
you just
like they
automatically
teach
drop,
you
yeah.
like if you get too hot, really to be honest, you're supposed to stay low. It's cooler down low, but like
heat rises type
man,
shit, yeah.
hey, it's a science to it, bro. As soon as we opened that door, and it was like before we got there, you seen the smoke come out the house. It's like going in, then coming out, going in, then coming out. But like firemen, we don't think. We just kick the door down, boom. We go in. As soon as we go in, I'm like, okay, I can't see nothing. It got just super hot, and then I started seeing flames all over my head. I'm like, oh shit, man, this shit finna get bad. So then, while we crawling, I hear like a toy. Oh, it's a toy now, but it was a baby doll crying. So in my mind, I'm like,
Kids.
I'm like, fuck, it's a kid in here. It's a baby in here. So like my mind, I got in there, bro. I got lost. I almost freaked out.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a wall. I couldn't find where I was at. So like I got on my knees and I'm in front of our mask. You can press it. It's a button right there and it can give you air. I did that like 5 or 6 times and I was like, all right, Eric, just crawl backwards. So I found a wall, kicked a hole in the wall, and I ended up finding where the freaking room where this doll was. And they finally put the fire out and I can like start. I could see, and I seen it was a dog, man. I threw that damn dog out the window.
Pussy-ass dog.
I was like, man, that damn dog. I done risked my damn life in this damn
lost my
baby.
life trying to find
Yeah,
this damn dog.
man, damn dog in here. This, I'm like, oh, man, I was pissed, bro, because I got lost.
Yeah.
So when I went outside, I done ripped all my stuff off. I'm like, man, I done really risked my life for this damn dog, man. Like, but, I mean, it's a good job, man. It's I like it. It has its days, like any job, but it's different.
Do fear ever plague your mind when it comes to that? Like it create anxiety and stuff?
You talking about being in the fire? Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Because you don't know, like, you don't know what you're running into. And we never know what like, I done been in situations like, I hear bullets going off, but you don't know where they coming from. Then when we put it out, you see they had a bunch of guns and stuff. Like, you just never know what you're going into. And I'm not gonna lie, if a person lies, say they're not scared going into a fire, I don't want to be nowhere around you.
Yeah.
Because that means you dangerous.
We're reckless, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always like when every fire I do the same thing. I always make sure I chew gum because it helps me stay calm. Of course, like your adrenaline rush and you ready. You like, oh man, it's almost like you getting ready for a basketball, football game, whatever. But when you get there, it's like, okay, it's real. Them flames, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to like keep your ears open type deal. So it like I said, every fire different. I've been in fires, I can see everything. Then as soon as you start putting it out, you can't see nothing. But everything different, man.
Yeah. Anybody, any like casualties or anything?
Oh yeah, bro. I made a one that always stick with me. I made a 3-year-old that got killed, bro. And I can honestly say, and I'll say this to y'all, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt because it was like one of them calls. You never want to see a baby.
Yeah.
Something happened to a child.
Yeah.
Baby got killed, and in that moment I couldn't help, you know. And when I seen the baby, I instantly thought of my child.
Yeah.
Right. Like as soon as I seen her, I froze up. Like I couldn't move. The lady was like, "Hey, I need you to do chest compression." I was like, I just stood there because I literally seen my child laying on that bed, and I was like, because she was the same size as my baby. My baby pretty tall. She's kind of tall. And I was just like, I couldn't do nothing. Like I was just standing there the whole time. So then the guy that I was working with, he ended up going to do compressions, and like he tapped my shoulder and was like, I got it. So I just started like, bagging her so she could, breathing for her or whatever. But that was rough. I ain't gonna lie. That was the first time like I've ever cried on the job. Like the tears, I couldn't stop them. It was like a lot of anger. Like this baby ain't had a chance to live. It was just like, man, why they do this, man? I was angry, man. I was really angry about that. But what made me feel better was that they ended up catching everybody.
What happened?
It was a shooting, drive-by shooting.
Oh.
Drive-by shooting. Gang-related stuff, man.
Yeah.
And then baby ended up getting killed. And
So it wasn't even actual fire.
No, it was like a shooting.
Also, y'all go to stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
too,
you gotta
huh?
be an EMT. Like, so you're a firefighter and an EMT.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You gotta be an EMT because you respond to medical. Man, people
Car wrecks, all that.
Yeah, we even respond to catching trees. People don't believe it, but we do.
Yeah, it's like
Later
some
call it,
cartoon
it's a
shit.
cat in a tree. Oh, okay. All right, well.
That's
Call
an
in
easy day.
FD. You see a cat in the tree. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be there. But yeah, I mean, we do it all, man. We do it all. So yeah, that was probably the worst call. I'll never forget it. I can't remember the baby's face, which is I guess a good thing. But I ain't gonna never forget that call. I ain't gonna never forget how it made me feel. That was rough, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Stuff like that'll make me want to walk away from it.
That's why
Man.
when you sent it to me, I was like, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
I hate the job on that.
Yeah. It was hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like great benefits.
Yeah.
I love the schedule. I only work 9 days a month, so 24 on, 48 off. Schedule gravy, so you can do.
Yeah.
It gives me opportunity to
Do other stuff.
Do other stuff. So, but that's the worst part of the job is seeing stuff like you don't want to see no child.
That's
man.
a tough job, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Firefighter.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
a
done
tough
seen a
job.
lot, bro. And I used to work at it in North Nashville. Hey, used to go down. I done
Yeah.
made I can tell you right now, I'm probably made about 30 shootings,
Yeah.
probably more. They all young black men, man, under the age of 17.
Yeah. Emotional.
Oh yeah, you got to be mentally tough to have this job.
Yeah.
You got to be able to have an outlet, like my outlet, working out,
Yeah.
hanging out with friends. So you know, when I'm off work, I don't think about work. Hey, them 24 hours, look, you got me for them 24. Then after that, I'm doing something else.
Yeah. Can't take the job with you.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's not healthy. You can't do that, man.
No, that shit definitely seemed like it'll be a tough job. I mean, hell, just like I said, I considered it. When you said I considered it sending to Sco and D, I'm like, I don't even know if I want them to do that shit.
Yeah, it's tough, bro.
I hate to make a
I
decision
actually
for
thought
y'all,
about it
but-
once. I was about to take the civil service test and all that to
Yeah.
do, but I just didn't do it.
It's a tough job. You got to literally be like mentally tough because you gonna see some stuff. You gonna see people at their worst, and like my friends always be making jokes like, bro, how do you run into a burning building? I'm just like, bro, you just lock in. I just look at it like if I got a family member in there, like I'm going to get them, type deal. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I think. Like once I get in that mode, oh, it's game time now.
But it's important to tell people, hey, you are a trained professional. So if you see your family in a burning building, don't run in the burning building.
Yeah. But you got people that do that, like
Yeah.
when they be like, man, my cat in there. I'm like, hey, I had to grab a lady, man. Dude, the flames was shooting out the door. I'm like, she was like, I gotta get my cat. My Misty's in there. I'm like, who is Misty? Is it a child? Is it a? She was like, my cat. I was like, either your cat is in there or she's gone. Because animals, they out.
They out of
They
there.
know how to get out. Because
Yeah.
first of all, they're low, so they can see through all that. Man, they out, but you know, I'm like, look, man, you're gonna have to let us get in here and put this fire, and then we can try to find it. Come to find out, the damn cat was in the damn front yard.
Yeah.
Chilling. Right there waiting on
Yeah,
her.
that's before she did,
Yeah,
probably.
I'm like, she right there. She was like, my baby, and hugging her and all that. I'm like, your cat right there. She unharmed. She had a little, little smoke on her, little darkness, little char on her. But I mean, she survived.
So you talked about some of the things you do to cope with, not taking the job itself, and like not taking it home, hanging out with friends, so on and so forth. Do you do therapy or anything like that?
I do therapy, but I did that before the job. Like sometimes it used to be once a week. Now it's just every other week. But I think it's good to have therapy. It's good to hear like, hey, like you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've seen a lot just from my job, and I think this is getting off subject. Sometimes that stuff don't bother me, like it'll bother somebody else because I seen that growing up. I seen people get shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm used to it, and then like, man, you sound crazy, but it's like if you've seen it, you already know how to
I
like.
understand.
But it's different though. Like now, I just my therapist, we just have like general conversations like I'm having with y'all. It's real laid back. At first, I was against it because I'm like, man, this person gonna be judgmental. But they're not though. It really helps. Like I think all men should go to counseling because it helps you think. You just look at things a different way. Like when the situation happened with that little girl, man, I booed again. Like, and I went to her like that. They let me go home early that night. I went and talked to her that morning. I had to, and I called her. Look, I gotta meet you. She met me at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Had a full conversation at Starbucks. So it's and it's free. Job paid for it.
Oh, the job paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The benefits are crazy.
Yeah. So it's nothing is wrong with therapy, counseling. Fellas, go to counseling.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm telling you, 'cause people they frown upon it, but it's really good, man. I think it's conducive to growing. And then once you get to a point where you feel like you don't need it, you can always stop. I mean, I think everybody be so focused on people judging them, and because I'm like, man, people gonna think I'm crazy. It don't mean you crazy because you go to counseling. It don't mean you crazy at all. You just resetting. You just changing the way you do stuff.
Yeah.
You unlearn everything. So
Yeah, nah, absolutely. Man, I think that we as black men in this generation are in one of the greatest spaces ever. Because we figuring it out. We got the information in regards to financial literacy. Some of us not practicing it, and some of us throwing our lives away. But for the most part, like, we all practicing financial literacy. At least taking the time out to understand it. Whether you faking the funk or whether you actively trying to do it, we all taking the time out to understand it. Working for ourselves, doing for ourselves, creating our own, and carving out our own narrative.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that you personally are a testament to that. And I think that's important for us as as people, period, but specifically as black people, to highlight that shit. And that's what the ChoppedByT podcast is about a lot of the time. We want to highlight all of the shit that we see our people coming in doing. I had a lady on a plane, Denise. Shout out to Denise. If you're watching right now, shout out to you. She's a white lady. Scientist. She said she was looking through the podcast I was telling her. She was like, "Do you guys only let black people come on?" It's like, no, we don't mind the whites. We don't mind the whites at all. Like, and I said, but we definitely want to always highlight our people. Denise talked at Scott says, how long was that flight back from Cali, bro? 3 hours?
3 hours? She talked the whole 3 hours?
To me, bro.
It's only 3 hours.
It's 3 hours, yeah.
I thought it would be about 6.
Nah,
I can't be on a plane that long. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She talked to me the whole time, just in my business.
Cool.
Yeah, she was pretty cool though. She was pretty cool. I got her number and everything. She got my picture saved in her phone.
That was wild.
Hey, listen, brother. Shit like this happen.
We sending them text messages and fucking with them and shit.
Ain't like, look at T trying to go something.
Look at them.
Like, y'all was on the plane together.
Yeah,
I know that was
Demo
wild.
one. It was
Demo with one.
Hey, I know y'all were wild,
Yeah.
boy. That's funny.
Yeah. Nah,
Like,
she
look, he trying to get old. Look at that.
she was on me, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, people, just especially older people, they're attached to me like that in that way. Like, she was on me and everything. We had a great conversation.
He got the R. Shelley's. You know what R. Shelley is?
I don't know what that is.
R. Kelly, he like young women. R. Shelley, they like young men. He got the R. Shelley.
R. Shelley.
Scott, what you call them, an elder welder?
Yeah, I used to be an elder welder.
Oh yeah, elder welder.
Listen, I ain't fucking that woman. I ain't gonna fuck that woman. But I'm gonna tell you this: she was a source of a lot of good information. She was like real open to a lot of the shit that that was going on, nutrition and health. That's what she was, a nutritionist at one time, and she offered up so much great information in regards to nutrition. Some shit that I practice now. Actually, I took a lot of notes to her and all of that, and just like she was like, "I'm sorry if I'm talking here." I'm like, "No, this is actually a breath of fresh air to have somebody to just talk to me and tell me something. Just tell me something." And me not being able to do that as much with my mother now, considering the Alzheimer's and everything. It's just me being able to get that energy from a woman is so important to me now. Yeah. And I cherish it every moment that I get a chance to do it. So, listen, we got off topic, but I do want to say that we appreciate you for coming out. What's next up in the future for you?
Man, just my biggest thing, bro, is I'm not trying to work my whole life.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to get as many properties as I can. That's really what I be doing, so I can go into business for myself. I want to eventually get to the point where I don't have to work.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest goal. Settle down. We ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
Of course that, and just continue to be healthy, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me, man. Just I want that financial freedom.
Yeah.
I don't want to work for somebody my whole life, so.
Yeah. I'm glad we thinking that way, cause hey, listen. I tell my, I want to be the richest motherfucker. I want to be filthy rich. I want to be so fucking wealthy and rich and just ridiculously, just everything, just all of that. And motherfuckers be like,
people, it's crazy, bro. People downplay you when you say that though. Like when people ask you, like, what do you want to do?
yeah.
And you tell them like, I want that financial freedom. I'm gonna make a million. They like, man, shut up. Yeah. But when you do it, they like, bro, teach me.
Yeah.
Teach me how you did it.
I used to be on that stupid ass humble shit, like shit, I just want to be comfortable, bro. Nah.
Yeah, sometimes motherfuckers even hit you with the bullshit like, oh, you want to be rich? Like, I don't want to be. I had a cousin one tell me that they didn't want to be rich. They feel like y'all becoming that unleash too many demons. I'm like, that's some shit you got to deal with. I'm perfect.
Bro, I'd rather have demons rich than broke.
Because you going to get them motherfuckers regardless.
You going to give me some full-time therapy? Put on rich.
I get my dick sucked every day.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what matters. That's what matters. That's what that money can afford me. I'm telling you, man. Like, listen.
But he could afford head, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm telling you,
Crazy.
bro. I just want to be, hey, that's what I told him. I want to be, what do you want to be? Filthy, fucking rich, ridiculously rich, and just able to do the things that are important to me. Yeah. You know, like helping my people. Yeah. Whether it's through education, whether it's through, you know, just community service, through philanthropy, whatever I'm doing, I want to help my people. One, I want to raise my kids and be there and be present and be hands on. Yeah. I want to build my body up, build myself up, get in shape, do well by myself. Those are the things that I want to do. What do I want to do in life? That's what I want to do. There's no specific thing I want to be, because the reality is, us as a people now, we got away from what we are, and that's what I mean. Coming up, like I say, coming up, but in the beginnings, we were hunter gatherers. Then we transitioned into farmers and stuff like that. But when we got to farmers, we became specialized, and because we specialized, oh, you're a farmer, so you need somebody who farm. You need somebody that's a doctor. You need somebody that's this, and this. Society progresses and evolves. Oh, we need more specialized. We need police officers now. We need lawyers now. We need court people now. We need so on and so forth. Like, I want to get back to where that hunter-gatherer mentality, to where I hunt, I gather, but in my leisure time, I can be the thing that I want to be, whether it's a philosopher, whether it's a person who gazes up at the stars, whether it's a person who looks over my tribe or whatever. That's what I want to get to, back to. But I do understand that with the idle time like that, comes more ideas and creation. So I'm just going in a loop right now. But none of this matters.
That's deep though.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And hey, get it. I tell them, hey, whatever you want, get it. Like, if you got something, a goal, whatever it is, like I said, I focus on now. Like, I got goals. Like, I'm not telling somebody not to have goals. That's what you got to have them. But make sure you giving your now 110%. Yeah. So you can hit that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, like, me stressing about my future, what is it doing? All it's doing is causing me to be more anxious, stressed out, overthinking. Yeah. No, I ain't got time for that. I focus on now. I know that's that future. So everything that I said I want, I'll get. Yeah. But I got to make sure today I'm good. Absolutely. I'm doing what I got to do today to make sure I'm hitting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's all it is, bro. Just focusing on now, man. It sounds crazy, and I never thought like this, but I just came across it. Like, I love podcasts. So, like, I listen to y'all stuff. I look at y'all stuff. I follow this other lady, too. I follow one of my he was a Sigma, but he not no more. But different story. That's still my dog, though. But I listen to his podcast. You know, and I end up coming across that law of detachment. I'm like, bro, this sound like what I'm going through. Yeah. It sound like what I'm going through right now. So.
Yeah, nah, it's definitely important, man. It's definitely important. But again, man, we're glad to have you on.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like we got somebody knocking the door. You hear that? I'm out there.
Yeah, somebody knocking.
Okay, because sometimes I hear shit. But listen, it's good to have you on. We're glad to have you on, man. This is the ChoppedByT podcast, where we get real, raw, authentic conversations. Until next time.